Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Saturday, which means it's time for another Nozz Watches Dr. Stone. Oh boy. So, in our last episode, oh boy, we got light bulbs now. We got ramen, got light bulbs, we got a magician boy showing up who's gonna rat them out if they don't prove to him the technology's better than whatever the fuck Sukasa's doing. And just, they got this really weird bamboo light bulb that you can see from space. Neat. But I was gonna have Sai here, but she didn't catch up on the anime, so maybe next week. Maybe next week, huh? Huh? I don't know. But, yeah, we got, let's just keep going and see what he does with this light bulb and the electricity, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. It's just not even in glass, it's just on a leaf. On a leaf. You can see it from fucking space. It's made of bamboo. Oh, Mini Senku! Ah, so that's why he wanted to... So that's why he was like, yeah. Oh, boy. It's like, oh man, these kids, these guys, they're gonna get my noodles and they're gonna work for me. Anyone who eats has to work. That's Edison in a nutshell. Not so much the invention. Wait, did he actually make a goddamn Tesla coil? To zap his fucking bullies? What the fuck? Imagine bullying a nerd kid and he fucking walks up to school with a goddamn death ray the next day. Fuck, it's not pumped up kicks, I don't know what is. Jesus. Now all I have to do is find the Nikola Tesla and fucking drive him to suicide. Man, fuck Edison. Edison's a bitch. But I mean, hey, at least Edison... Yeah, you know what? I guess I give Edison props for being smart enough to make other people do the inventions for him and then getting all the credit. So So, is he gonna betray? We got the betrayal coming up or nah? Oh boy. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if he's got enough electricity, I mean, maybe he could make a death ray, I don't know. You know, but he'd need a lot of electricity, so, you know, he'd probably need more than just a fucking hand crank generator. If only he'd made it in a river. Oh, but I guess maybe he's gotta get the, he's gotta get the village on side first, so he can then, you know, set up in the village, so he doesn't have to run so much fucking cable. But yeah, I guess that's fair. But, like... I mean, honestly, I think if it was me, I'd still be trying to get guns working first. Just because, like, if Tsukasa shows up to this village, like, Tsukasa knows that there are primitive people on this world. He wants to conquer them and take over as their king, right? If Tsukasa shows up here, he's gonna blow all their dicks off, because they have primitive tools like he does, and they are better primitive tools than his, because I guess they got better smithing. But Tsukasa can also punch a lion to death with his bare hands. I don't think Ginro or Kinro can do that. I don't know, just a feeling. A flimsy alliance. Oh boy. Obviously, this means we need to kill Gen. I'm watching Gen's left the second he heard bad person. And thankfully, I've discovered a way. I've discovered a way to make sure he stays on our side. Just pulls out a fucking Beretta. How in the fuck did Tsukasa not see that? It was the middle of the night and you could see that from space. Certainly he would see the stars disappear from light pollution at the very least. I mean, at least he knows he's superficial. At least he knows. Cause Haku's just be like, nah, let me stab him. Let me fucking stab him, please, for the love of God. What was that pose? What was he doing? What was he doing that had him in this pose when he was frozen? What the fuck? Strongest primate high schooler. Who's that fat asshole in the back? Oh, and everyone he's reviving are all big, muscle-headed idiots who wouldn't be smart enough to fucking go against him, huh? I mean, I guess that's one way to ensure your fucking primitivist nation doesn't go any further. Make sure you only bring back people who are dumber than you. And now I want to kill him. But instead, I want to live in the dirt, like shoving my dick into the grass, and die at age 30. Isn't that great, you know? Like, you know, there's nothing better than just dying at age 30. I mean, come on. Truly, humans weren't designed to live longer than that, right? What the fuck? Jesus. And this is... Jesus. And this is why you don't want a savage nation. How did he make fake blood? How in the fuck did he make fake blood? What the fuck? Oh, it's just mushed up berries. Alright, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I was expecting like proper artificial blood that looks like properly, you know? Goddamn primitives! This is why you need the ultimate equalizer. Oh, it's like it goes back to my favorite quote. Friggin', I think it's from a movie, but I don't know. Like, I still have no idea of, like, the actual proper source. God created man, but Samuel Colt made them equal. There's another version that says John Browning made them equal, but... yeah. Like, Senku just rolls up, everyone's got, like, shotguns. Chunk chunk. This asshole. All he did was show you a cool trick with some flowers, you asshole. Twisting a baby's arm. What a fucking Oh, and he wants to kill Kohaku, too. What the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ, my dude. This is like the perfect primitive villain. He wants to enforce gender roles through force. Anybody who's different is a threat. And anyone that threatens his power has to be killed on sight. That's the perfect primitive villain. Like, holy shit, that's like caveman politics rolled up into one. Holy shit. I mean, she was strong before the sorcerer showed up. What does he think that shit was? Why does he keep stripping naked do that? Sometimes I think that guy just wants to let his berries dangle, man. I don't know. Oh, does this determine who the leader is? Oh my god, okay. So this is the exact sort of civilization that Tsukasa wants. Might makes right, and the strongest asshole becomes the leader. Man, fucking... Senku needs to take this shit over. Like, this is... Like, this is... yeah, like, right now, this is the exact... this is good. Got just plotting the murder right there for everyone to fucking hear. Yeah! It's time to marry your sister, Kohaku. Gotta keep her safe. Gay. How in the like, did they just have, there's some Japanese animes here? Did, like... Oh, wait, nah, you gotta make, you gotta have an elder that'll make something, right? Only men are allowed to win, yay. There you go. Oh my god, little watermelon kid's a fucking idiot. Like, I love how this conflict is literally just like, hey, here's what Tsukasa's... Like, people have already done Tsukasa's idea. This is where it ends up. It ends up with, like, corruption and someone who wants to use the village for nothing but their own selfish whims, solely because they're the strongest. Like that's actually a pretty neat storytelling gimmick. Like you're still fighting the problem of Tsukasa, but you're fighting it indirectly by showing what he can become. Oh, that's gross. That's gross, Kinro. Come on, don't be weird about it. Don't be gay about it, Kinro. Damn. Or Ginro. Damn it. Talked about her titties. Senku's a good boy. He should marry Ruri. We need to get someone to win. We need to get someone to win so they can save Ruri. There you go. Look at these fucking Bishi boys. God damn it. That's a fucking... Oh. Why did the gatekeepers suck so much of fighting? What the fuck? Imagine they rolled up to the grand bout with a flintlock pistol. Like, Senku rolls up and is like, I would like to join the great bout. He goes up to fight Magma, and then just fucking quick draw. Blow a hole in his chest. Fucking blow a hole clean through his chest. Like, the winner of the great bout is Senku. Please don't fucking hurt us. This is the power of science. So she's always been sick. So, like, she's been hanging on for, like, a fucking decade, just, like... Just deadass is holding on for a decade, like, coughing up blood. I mean, she's not gonna live a good life, she has to marry someone she hates. Genius sciencer. Oh... He's trying. He's being a good boy. He's being a very good boy. Imagine they discover something they can weaponize while they're doing it. So if she's exiled, is she even allowed to compete? That's a question. Oh, fuck. Okay, so they gotta get the village on side. They gotta get the village on side, and they need weapons that can fight him. Oh, boy. Is he talking to himself? Although they're having a conversation, they're just not letting us hear it. Okay, then. I fucking hate when anime does that. Some bullshit. Is he gonna snitch? He's gonna snitch. see. What did they talk about? What did they fucking talk about? Like, fucking. And of course, Tsukasa's guys, they all look like goddamn villains, and they all just shoot first, ask questions later. How does Tsukasa make all that? Oh my, a reversal. How does like Tsukasa see that from the outside and be like, yeah, no, I'm a good guy. I'm a hero. I'm a big hero. Look, with my evil cave and my big dumb throne and my guys who fucking look like they're made of goddamn granite. Gotta protect his pride. Man just wants his Beepus. Could you make Beepus in the stone world? Could you make me a big bottle of Beepus? He's just gotta find the secret recipe in a vault. What a fucking shitbird, Jesus. So where's Kaiji and Yurisa at? Like, we just like forget they exist? Did we just replace them, like... like, did we just, like, replace, like, the old and busted with, like, the new hotness? So gotta invent refrigeration first for that, my dude. But hey, who the fuck drinks cola ice cold? Fucking... Oh man, I'm almost out. I drink mine room temperature. It's like down here just next to my fucking computer. I don't give a shit. Senku Cola. Who the fuck drinks their cola ice cold? What's wrong with you people? Oh boy. And there's not a lot of science going on here, but going on in this episode at least, but like, man, I love this show, man. It's great. Like, there's some things where I'm just like, oh, come on, you had to animate it up, didn't you? You had to like do it this way. Come on now. But like, dead ass, like it's a good show. It's ending credits makes it hard for me to like fucking get my thoughts together here for a minute. Like, 'cause it's just so, it's like, yeah, smooth. So the whole thing here, once again, like, this is a really good episode. There's not so much science going on, but I do appreciate that we've got like a more in-depth look at how society has reformed here, like in the absence of science. And like I said before, it is kind of sort of an indirect method of combating Tsukasa, in that magma is basically a stand-in for Tsukasa, basically. Like, when this village was founded, most likely something similar to what happened here happened. Like, you had someone who knew science, or like knew like a little bit of technology, and so they brought housing in, they got clothing in, they got basic like stone knapping, I imagine, and smithing techniques, cooking, like like basically like the basic baseline of shit you can do to make a society. And when they were organizing everything, they obviously had some sort of trouble, and someone who was way stronger decided, all right, fuck it, and just punched him out and took over and became the first elder. And then as a result, as time went on, that sort of became the default for how they set up their civilization. It was like the strongest asshole is always the strongest. Is always the elder. It doesn't matter how smart they are, doesn't matter how talented they are, don't matter fucking nothing. Like, if they can fucking punch out the fucking other guy, they get the win. And as a result, you can see, like, they've like, if we assume that they've been there for maybe 2.5 generations, maybe 3 generations maximum, because that's the point, I think, where language would start to fall away, then that means that they've had... God, how long would a generation even be in this Stone Age? Like 30 years? Like, I'm gonna say, you know what, fuck, I'm not gonna say generation. I'm gonna say, like, 200, 300, 250 years, right? I'm gonna say 250 years has passed, right? Just throw that number out there, fuck it. 250 years have passed, 250 years doing that. They're still, like, they're Stone Age level. They're scraping by, and they're just living off of one singular food, right? They've got nothing. Like, and it shows kind of like the detriment of living Tsukasa's way. Like, they got that level of technology, and they seem to shun technology. So, like, anyone who looks into science and technology, they get labeled as a sorcerer and they get exiled. So that honestly means they haven't had any major scientific breakthrough since their founding, let's be honest. And Tsukasa is probably going to go the same way, except Tsukasa doesn't even have housing. He lives in a goddamn cave. Everyone's, like, sleeping in a fuck pile, probably. But, like, that does kind of show, like, this upcoming thing, we're going to have this bout of might, or whatever the fuck it was called. Like, it's going to be a clear, like, hey, like, this is what Tsukasa is going to lead to. Tsukasa is going to lead to, when Tsukasa dies, yeah, everyone's going to fight over what's left, and it's not going to be pretty, and whoever wins out is just going to continue the cycle of violence. Like, I feel like the idea for Senku here is to try and break that cycle of violence, and I honestly hope that they don't win the bout through might. I hope they win it through science. Like, Senku comes up with some sort of gadget that allows them to just win outright against a much stronger opponent. And that proves that, like, no, you don't need to be the strongest guy in the room. You need to be the... Oh, my foot's falling asleep. You need to be the smartest guy in the room. And that leads to the Kingdom of Science basically absorbing this village and it becoming, you know, a lot more focus be put on intellectual pursuits. I mean, people like Magma, of course, will kind of get fucked on it because they seem to be dumb as boxes of rocks, but, I mean, at the very least, where they are at with science right now, they still do need some brute strength. I mean, at least they'll be useful. I don't know, like, it's really cool. Like, I don't know if it's being done on purpose, but, I mean, I have to assume it is, but, like, the fact that, like, no, Tsukasa's still the main villain, but it's not even Tsukasa that's the main villain, it's Tsukasa's mindset that's the main villain. Because the whole point of humanity is, if society fell apart, like I said this in Log Horizon as well, if humanity fell apart and we had to start over from scratch, societies would be the first thing that we try and make. Now, because humans are social animals, we're tribal, like, that's, like, going all the way back to before we were even fucking humans. But the only issue with that is, when humans start getting into groups, we start developing mob mentalities, and mob mentalities are usually based on who is perceived to be the strongest. And in some human societies, we do value, like primitive human societies, we do value intellect over might, but that's not the rule, that's the exception, because a lot of times, someone who's way stronger... They're in a group setting, there is a habit for that sort of guy to fight his way to the top and start trying to enforce his the way he got in, which is might. Like, you need to have a very certain set of variables to have intellect win out. And basically it comes down to, if I remember right, I'm trying to remember, like, all of this shit I learned fucking years ago, but it's like, in order for might to win out, you need to have a lot of competition with other tribes, you need to have, issues getting food, so, like, you know, the strongest guy would be the best hunter, of course. You need to have a harsh environment, and you need to have a history of violence within the people before they, you know, came together as a society. You know, violence breeds violence. That's, like, 100% fucking true. Like, for an intellect-based society, you would basically need the opposite of that. You would need plentiful food, you would need, not very much competition, like, either no competition nearby or very little competition nearby. Like, basically, like, the other tribes basically, like, agree, they, hey, but let's just not be assholes. It's like, you know, live and let live. Which, once again, is rare, because it takes, like, one asshole to break it all down. You would need, did I already say plentiful? Yeah, I think I already did. Plentiful food, not a lot of competition. You would need an environment that's not actively trying to kill you. You know, like, you need, like, very specific things to get the sort of civilization Senku wants to rise. And I think Senku's idea of trying to cause that is really interesting as well, because it's like, it's very, very easy to fall in Tsukasa's way, because progress is hard. Progress is difficult. Just punching out the strongest guy in the prison yard, not so much. So I do really like that. You're like, the main villain isn't Tsukasa, it's Tsukasa's ideology. Same thing, the hero of the story isn't Senku, it's Senku's ideology. If Senku died and Chrome took over, the protagonist wouldn't change, because Chrome just has Senku's ideology, except the only issue is that the ideology would be a lot more difficult to bring about, because Senku actually knows what this shit looks like. Like, Chrome, not so much. So, like, this is pretty good. It's like I'm trying not to, like, be like, no, yes, I'm going to just sniff my own farts and out of this wine glass on this, but this anime really is it's a battle of philosophies. It's primitivism versus progressivism, versus innovation, and it's really cool to see, you know, like, it's not a very deep thing. I mean, we all know, like primitivism, like, everyone knows primitivism is fucking stupid, right? And you know, and progressivism is, like, how we got our society. So it's not saying anything, it's not saying anything really profound, but it is, like, if humanity did break down, like, creating a society based on progress would be really fucking difficult. Because, once again, like, the default aspect for nature and of groups is violence, and and might makes right. You can even see that in subgroups that are arising now, like, fucking, like, instead of, like, peaceful protest and talk, yeah, you've got people just fucking throwing shit at each other. Like, even in modern day, fucking, like, cancel culture is just violence, except, like, we live in a society where you can't fucking punch a guy, so you just make them punch themselves to death. Like, that's dead-ass it. Like, friggin' right now, we have, like, shit breaking down and people, like, getting into fights, hitting each other with fucking bike locks and bats, and then online, because you can't fucking punch a guy through the internet, yet you just bully and destroy their life until they fucking off themselves. Like, shit, dude. Like, that's exactly it. Like, right now, like, that's where we're at. We basically have Dr. Stone happening in real life now. Fuck. Like, I don't know, like, this show's really good. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not very profound, because it's basically a foregone conclusion that progress and technology is better than just fucking punching people to death. But like, but still, people fucking don't learn. Like, even if they don't realize that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing. And this one's kind of weird, because, like Tsukasa does realize what he's doing, but, I don't know. It's good. It's a good show. It's fun. The science is fun. The sociology is fun. It's good. Very good. Anyway, let me know what you think of this down there in the comments. Whether you like this, you dislike it, or you want to bring up something that I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh, boy. Hey, everybody. As always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, and... Oh, wait. My nose is all blocked now. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down in the description and on my end card, along with some of my other videos if you want to see those. And if you do support me on Patreon, you get access to a patrons-only Discord channel, my open Discord server that anyone can join, linked down there below. And if you do go there, you can recommend things to be live streamed, let's played, let's watched, just kind of that. All the patron recommendations, they go like top of the list. Oh boy. Anyway, also we got our patrons only movie night that we do once a month, usually on the second full week of every month, and we just kind of hang out in our sync tube. We watch some anime, play some video games, watch a movie, kind of hang out, have a grand old fun old time. Anyway, so I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I'll see you around.